Welcome to the deep dive. This week, we're really getting into the thick of it with Bitcoin.
Yeah, quite the surge recently.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
price has popped, and we've got sources like CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, Glassnode, Yahoo Finance, plus some analysis from 21st Capital, all from this past week in April 2025.
hmm
So our goal for you, let's quickly get you up to speed on what's driving this Bitcoin move without, getting lost in the weeds.
Okay, sounds good. Well, the first thing that jumps out is just how strong this move was. Bitcoin hit $95,000.
Highest since February, right?
Exactly. And that 11% rally, that was the best single week gain since November 2024. It really shows, a shift in investor feeling.
Yeah, confidence seems to be back. And a big part of that looks like, well, money pouring into those U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs.
Oh, definitely. Record numbers there. We saw, what was it, nearly $1 billion flow on April 22nd.
And another 900 plus million the next day. That's huge. BlackRock's IBIT ETF alone captured like $1.3 billion in just 5 days.
Incredible figures. And you see the direct impact, right? Pushing the price up from the mid-80s towards that 95K get mark.
So is this mostly institutional money? Big players finally jumping in?
It certainly looks like strong institutional interest, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, some of it might be complex trades like basis trading, but the sheer volume, it signals something bigger.
Right. It's not just individuals clicking buy anymore.
No, these seem like more significant institutional level moves.
And this isn't just happening in a vacuum. Bitcoin actually flipped Alphabet Google to become the 5th most valuable asset globally.
Yeah, saw that. Market cap over $1.83 trillion. That's a serious milestone.
It really is. Speaks volumes about maybe growing mainstream acceptance, wouldn't you say?
I think so. It definitely puts it on a different level in the eyes of the wider financial world.
Okay, so we have price going up, big money coming in. What about the supply side? What are the big holders, the whales, doing?
Good question. And the on-chain data from Glassnode, for instance, is pretty clear. Whales, wallets with over 10,000 Bitcoin they've been accumulating, buying up quite a bit.
Buying and holding.
Seems like it. Because at the same time, CryptoQuant reported huge outflows from exchanges. Like 15,000 Bitcoin moved off exchanges just between April 19th and 23rd.
Wow, 15,000 BTC. That's the biggest outflow in 2 years, isn't it?
It is. And when you see coins leaving exchanges like that, it usually suggests people are moving them to private storage for, the longer term, not planning to sell immediately.
Makes sense. So less Bitcoin available to buy on the open market.
Exactly. Exchange reserves have dropped to about 2.6 million BTC. That's the lowest they've been since November 2018. Creates a potential supply squeeze.
Right, which naturally leads to thinking about future prices. What are the models saying now?
Well, this is where it gets quite optimistic. There's the power law model, which kind of connects price to network growth, like Metcalfe's law. That model's forecasting potentially $200,000, maybe even higher, by the end of this year, Q4 2025.
200,000, that's ambitious.
It is, but it's based on historical trends and network effects. And 21st Capital's analysis is sort of in the same ballpark, maybe a bit more conservative.
What are they projecting?
They're looking at network growth too, and Bitcoin may be reclaiming that power law price trend. They project something like $130,000 to $163,000 by year end.
Still very significant upside from here. Are they looking at past cycles too?
Yeah, historical cycle patterns often come into play, and some analysts even draw comparisons to how gold has performed in certain environments. It all sort of points towards potential further gains.
So for you listening, the key thing seems to be this convergence, right?
Exactly. You've got strong institutional demand shown by those ETF flows. You've got large holders seemingly taking supply off the market, and you have these established models pouring upwards.
It's a potent mix. Okay, let's quickly recap the main points then. Bitcoin's price surged to 95K, best week in ages, fueled largely by record ETF inflows, suggesting big institutional interest.
Right. It also cracked the top 5 global assets by market cap, passing Google.
And on the supply side, whales are buying, coins are leaving exchanges at a record pace, potentially tightening supply.
Leading to some pretty bullish price predictions for the rest of 2025 based on network models and historical trends. 130K, 160K, maybe even $200.
It paints a picture of maybe growing maturity, Bitcoin integrating more into the financial system.
That seems to be the narrative building, yes.
Okay, fascinating stuff. So here's a final thought to leave you with. We see this strong institutional push in this potential supply squeeze. What unexpected thing, maybe a tech breakthrough, A regulatory shock, something completely out of left field, could either turbocharge Bitcoin way beyond these predictions or, conversely, throw a major spanner in the works in the next few months.
That's the $1 million or maybe the $200,000 question, isn't it?
Definitely something to ponder. We'll be back next time for another deep dive.